Hello everybody, welcome back. I am so happy you're here with me today. Thank you so much for hanging out with me. In today's video, I am going to share some more things with you that I am really loving right now. I have everything from skincare, of course, I don't even have to mention that one, to a life-changing supplement. I know that sounds dramatic, but it is life-changing. A very, very cool self-care tool, some beautiful candles, some entertainment. So without further ado, let's get into the video. As always in these videos, I'm going to start with skincare. I have a few skincare items I am really loving right now. The first one is this right here. This is my new favorite daytime moisturizer. This is by a company called Sanita, and it is their vitamin C moisturizer. Now, vitamin C, we know, is a powerful antioxidant. And if paired with our SPF, our sunscreen, it can help prevent UV damage. Vitamin C is also crucial for collagen production, especially internally. But even externally, studies have shown that vitamin C applied externally can help with collagen synthesis. So using some form of vitamin C during the day is a good idea because it has such great benefits. But if you've seen my updated morning skincare routine, you know that I started using kappa peptides. One of you recommended the Nayad kappa amino isolate, and I'm so glad you did because I'm loving it. But the only problem with kappa peptides is that they cannot be paired with ascorbic acid, which is the most commonly used form of vitamin C and the form I'm using. And kappa peptides cannot be paired with Retin A. So I couldn't use the kappa peptides at night because I don't want to give up my Retin A. So I decided to use them during the day and give up my ascorbic acid. But though I really love my kappa peptides and have seen some great benefits from them, I was missing a vitamin C serum during the day because, again, vitamin C has such great benefits. And then I found this moisturizer right here. So this is, like I said, a vitamin C moisturizer. The second ingredient in here is vitamin C. The first ingredient is water, like most moisturizers. The second ingredient is vitamin C, but not ascorbic acid, but tetrahexyldecyl ascorbate, such a mouthful. And tetrahexyldecyl ascorbate is a vitamin C derivative which is much more stable than ascorbic acid. So tetrahexyldecyl ascorbate does not get oxidized by kappa peptides, and you can use the two together. So I have been loving this moisturizer. On top of having vitamin C in it, it also has beta-glucan, and beta-glucan is similar to hyaluronic acid. It helps retain moisture in our skin, and it also is very, very soothing. So this is, like I said, a beautiful moisturizer. Now, honestly, if you have very dry skin, you might not like this. This might not be enough for you. I have pretty normal skin, so for me this is a beautiful moisturizer and really all I need. But again, if you have very dry skin, this might not be enough. But this sinks right in. It is not the slightest bit greasy. It leaves you with a beautiful glow. I love this moisturizer. I actually already ordered another one because I do not want to be without it. So this is definitely something I'm going to repurchase, especially as long as I'm using my kappa peptides. And then I use my ascorbic acid at night now with my Retin A. And if you think you cannot pair your Retin A with vitamin C, I just made a video on that. I will link it down below. You can completely pair your Retin A with your vitamin C, doesn't matter what form. Not only do the two help stabilize each other, the vitamin A helps stabilize the vitamin C and vice versa, but also the vitamin C helps increase the efficacy of vitamin A. So don't worry about different pH or anything. That is sort of an outdated belief. You can totally pair your vitamin C with your Retin A. Just don't pair your Retin A with kappa peptides. So anyways, this is something I am really loving and will definitely repurchase. And then another moisturizer I am really loving. I have been loving this for a while. I just forgot to share it with you. This is by IS Clinical, and it is their Sheald Recovery Balm. This is so beautiful. I bought this last December when I knew I was going to have a Fraxel laser. I wanted a nice occlusive treatment which kept moisture in and pathogens out. So this is when I bought this. And I thought I would just use it after the laser, maybe after a peel or after microneedling. But I like this so much that I have been using it almost every night. This is, like I said, gorgeous. It is a balm. The first ingredient again is water. The second ingredient is sodium hyaluronate, so very moisturizing. The third ingredient is petrolatum. And petrolatum is a bit of a controversial ingredient in skincare. Years ago, I would have never put it on my face because I thought it was toxic. But since I have looked at study after study, which all show that petrolatum is not only safe to be used on our skin, but it is a very effective and soothing ingredient. Because of its occlusive properties, it again leaves moisture in, leaves pathogens out, so the skin can heal and retain its moisture. So the third ingredient, like I said, is petrolatum. It also has ceramides, which, similar to the petrolatum, keep moisture in and are somewhat occlusive. It has oat kernel extract, which is very healing. So all around, this is just beautiful. And like I said, I have been using this almost every night. So what I will do is I will put my regular moisturizer on. And in the past, I would put an oil on top. But now, most nights, instead of the oil, I will use this. Now, honestly, this, as far as the ingredients, is very similar to the CeraVe healing ointment, which I know many people love. I almost bought the CeraVe healing ointment instead of this because, again, as far as ingredients, both of them are quite similar. But the CeraVe healing ointment feels like Vaseline, and I don't like that consistency, especially not on my face. So that's why I decided to get this. This is, like I said, beautiful, beautiful, beautiful. It is not the slightest bit greasy. It is a balm, but it sinks right in. And when I put this on at night, I wake up in the morning with my skin just plump and hydrated feeling and soothed feeling. It doesn't break me out. That's another thing. Petrolatum, we think, causes breakouts, but it really doesn't. So this is, like I said, beautiful. This is actually my second tube, and I have a third one already in my bathroom because I do not want to run out of this. So another moisturizer I am really loving this month. And then another skincare item I'm really loving is this right here. This is by Hippie. I love the name. And this is their cleansing cream. Now, not only do I love the name, I love the packaging. It is just so girly and cute. This is actually a product I used about 10 years ago when I lived in California and loved it. I used a lot of the products back then. I used the vitamin C serum. I used the moisturizer. I can't remember what else I used, but I remember just loving it. And then I kind of removed, I forgot about it, and I like to try different things. But my friend Tamara from Tamara's Timeless Beauty raves about this. This is what she uses. So since she kept talking about it, I wanted to give it another try, and I'm so glad I did because I re-fell in love with it. This is a beautiful, beautiful cleansing cream. It is milky, but it is not as thin as some milk cleansers. So it does a beautiful job. This lives in my shower. I use this every morning. It does a beautiful job taking off all my sweat and sunscreen after working out. I use it as my second cleanse. But even after the first cleanse, there's usually still a lot of sunscreen and sweat and dirt and grime on my skin. This does a beautiful job taking all of that off without stripping my skin. In fact, it really leaves my skin very soothed and hydrated feeling. It has beautiful oils. It has sesame seed oil, jojoba oil, macadamia nut oil. It has shea butter. It also has green tea, vitamin E, a bunch of antioxidants, which washing them off isn't going to do that much for our skin. But the oils in it, like I said, leave my skin just soothed and hydrated feeling. So I really, really love this cleanser. I'm glad Tamara reminded me of it. I also love that it comes in glass. I'm really trying to cut down on my plastic consumption. I'm not doing the best job, but I'm really trying. So if I find something that I love and comes in glass, I'm always so happy. I like this so much that I actually ordered a few more of their products. They haven't arrived yet, but you might just see in my next What I'm Loving Right Now video. So this cleanser, glad I got it, will definitely repurchase it. This will always be my morning cleanser now. And then the last skincare item I have been really loving is this right here. It's probably hard to see because it is white. It is by Epicuren and it is their green tea and seaweed soothing mask. This is really beautiful. I love having a nice mask, but I don't really like sheet masks. To me, they're sort of a waste. And also when I put on a mask, I should really lay down and relax, but I like to multitask. I like to clean the house or whatever. So a sheet mask just always slides down. This is why I wanted to try this. My friend raved about this and I love this. This has algae extract, green tea. It also has clay, so it feels a bit like a clay mask. It dries on your skin, but it doesn't dry your skin. It does feel a bit decongesting and also cooling, but it doesn't dry my skin at all. In fact, it leaves it very hydrated and soothed feeling. The other day I put this on and I kind of forgot that I had it on. I had it on for about 3 hours while cleaning the house and editing and doing all kinds of things. When I washed it off, my skin felt so incredibly soft and beautiful. So this I am really, really loving. I have used this probably 6 or 7 times already and I haven't even made a dent. So this tube is going to last a long time. This is cruelty-free, vegan, beautiful, beautiful product. Will definitely repurchase this as well. And then next, I have a life-changing supplement. And I know that sounds so dramatic, but this really has changed my life. This is quercetin right here by a company called DoNotAge. A few weeks ago, the company's CEO called me. We had a lovely Zoom call and he asked me if he could send me some supplements. And I was intrigued because they also make NMN, nicotinamide mononucleotide supplements. And so I was intrigued. You know, I love my nicotinamide mononucleotide and I wanted to try a different brand so I can give you some alternatives. So they sent me a nice package with nicotinamide mononucleotide, which I have been trying and loving, but I want to use it a bit longer to tell you about and really see if I feel a difference. But one of the supplements they sent was this right here. And I honestly wasn't very excited about it. I thought, quercetin, what am I supposed to do with this? But I tried it. I first, of course, did some research and thought, you know, this sounds like a good supplement to take. Quercetin is a plant flavonoid, which has very strong antioxidant as well as anti-inflammatory properties. It is said to help reduce the risk of heart disease, cancer, help regulate blood sugar. It also is said to help with allergies. Now, the reason this changed my life is that for the last, I would say at least 15 years, I have not gotten a good night's sleep because every single night, my nose, especially on the right side, will pluck up so badly that it wakes me up because I can't breathe. So at least a few times a night, I will wake up with my nose completely plucked up. I have to blow it, I have to change positions. It drives me crazy and it's just something I have gotten used to. I have tried everything. I've tried nose sprays. I've tried those band-aids to put on your nose. I've tried all kinds of supplements. Nothing did anything. So when I started taking this, I wasn't expecting anything. The first night I took this, I was able to breathe through my nose and get a full night's sleep. Now, of course, I thought it was a coincidence. I have been taking this for 2 weeks now. Every single night, my nose is completely free and I can breathe. It is seriously life-changing because I can finally breathe at night and sleep. Not only that, but my husband, he calls me runny nose girl because my nose always runs. I have been tested for allergies and the only thing I'm allergic to is dust and mold. Really difficult to avoid. Our house is quite moldy. There's nothing we can do about it. So my nose runs basically all day long. It's not attractive, but that's just what happens. And I also sneeze a lot, and I have crazy sneezes. My husband always startles when I sneeze. Since using this, my nose isn't running. I have hardly sneezed. But the most important thing is that I can breathe at night. It makes me so happy. I have been sleeping so much better. And even if I wake up at night, I take a deep breath and I go, oh my gosh, I can breathe through my nose. It is really something that has not happened in 15 years. So yes, this is definitely life-changing, and I do not want to be without this. So if you have allergies, give quercetin a try. Like I said, it is incredible what it has done for me. And once I have tried the other supplements by this company a little bit longer, I will definitely let you know what I think about it. But this is something I do not want to be without. And talking about being able to breathe through my nose, another thing I'm really loving right now are these candles. These are by KINDri, and I've talked about KINDri quite a bit on my channel. It is one of my favorite vegan, cruelty-free beauty brands. Robin, the owner of KINDri, just started carrying these candles. These are hand-poured soy candles. They smell so amazing. I haven't even burned them yet because they're just so pretty. But even just having this stand in my room, the room fills with aroma. It is beautiful. This right here is the white tea, which smells so good. This is my favorite. And then this one right here is Idlewild Pine. My husband really loves this one. It's a bit more masculine, but also beautiful. And then Robin has a third smell, which I am going to order, but I haven't tried that one. So these two I am loving. The white tea is definitely my ultimate favorite. And I actually want to replace all my candles with soy candles, because not only do soy candles burn longer than regular candles, but when we burn regular candles, the paraffin wax, it releases toxins which aren't good for us. And the chemicals released by burning regular paraffin wax candles actually oftentimes can mess with the aroma of the candle. So if you ever have been to a store and you smell a candle and you like it and you take it home and you burn it and suddenly it smells different, that is because the chemicals released by burning paraffin wax can actually change the aroma of the candle. So soy candles don't do that. They are going to smell exactly the way they smell right now. And I think these are just so beautiful. I love that they're in glass, and once they're empty, you can just reuse the glass. So these two I'm loving. I'm going to order, like I said, the third one, and I want to replace all my candles with soy candles because it's just better for us. And again, they also burn longer. And then lastly, or at least of the things I can show you, this little guy right here, I am super excited about. This is the Pico toner, and it is a microcurrent device. I got this at the end of January, and I have been using it almost every day since, probably about 6 days a week. And like I said, I love this. Now microcurrent, many of us are familiar with microcurrent. I used to actually have the new phase about 12 years or so ago. I had the first new phase. It was a square one. It looked completely different than it does now. It was incredible. I loved it. And then it broke, of course. Then I got the new phase Trinity, and honestly I never noticed anything with that one, and it kept breaking. So eventually I gave up on that one, and I got the MyoLift about 2 years ago, and I really liked the MyoLift, but then I heard about this and I had to have it. I love this. First of all, I love how tiny it is. So you can actually put this on your wrist, and then it comes with gloves. It also comes with probes, but honestly I haven't even taken the probes out of its package, even though I have used this now for almost 2 months. I really love using the gloves because it's just more intuitive and easier. So you can put this on your wrist, you can walk around, you can do your microcurrent while you're walking around. I really love this, and I've actually seen a difference. I'm going to put a before and after picture right here. And honestly, before and after pictures are always very tricky because lighting can do so much. But I did my very best to get exactly the same lighting. I'm standing in front of the same window around about the same time of the day, so I did the best I could to get about the same lighting, but I can definitely see a difference in the before and after picture. So the way microcurrent works is similar to a workout. It works our muscles and helps to add tone and definition. It also helps build ATP, adenosine triphosphate, which in turn helps with collagen and elastin production. But just like a workout, this is something you have to do consistently. If you stop using it, just like if you stop working out, your results are going to go away, unfortunately. But you can see instant results using this, as well as with long-term use, you will see lasting results. But again, they only last as long as you actually use the machine or any other microcurrent. I'm going to talk about this a bit more in depth in another video because, embarrassingly enough, in 2020 I have accumulated so many beauty devices that I have to make a video on it and talk about which ones work, which ones don't. So I will talk about this more in detail, but I wanted to share it with you because I have been loving it. Like I said, I use it almost every day and I can definitely see a difference. But before you go running and buy this is not cheap, unfortunately. I think it is well worth it, but it is not cheap. I reached out to the company just today and asked them, I wanted to try it first and see if I even like it before I reach out to the company. But I reached out to them just today and asked them if they could offer a discount code. At the time of filming this, I have not heard back from them. But if I hear from them before I put this video up, I will put it in the description box and hopefully they will give me a discount code. And if I don't hear from them, like I said, I will talk about this again and hopefully by then they have offered me a discount code. So don't go out yet buying this because, like I said, it's not cheap, but I definitely think it's worth it and I have been loving it. So this is everything I have on my little table right here. The only thing I have left is a bit of entertainment. I actually have not read a good book in a long time. I love to read. I love to go to bed early and read a good book, but I just read whatever I have. I have not been able to find a good book. So if you have any suggestions for good books, please leave them down below. We have, however, watched 2 movies we really enjoyed, my husband and I. One of them was Palmer with Justin Timberlake. And Justin Timberlake plays an ex-convict who starts a friendship with just the cutest little boy. The little boy really makes the movie. But Palmer is a very uplifting movie and both my husband and I really enjoyed it. And then another movie we really enjoyed was The Map of Tiny Perfect Things. It's a bit young, but it was a really great reminder of how all the little things are what really cause happiness. I read this saying one time. It said, happiness is knowing how good you already have it. And I completely agree. So this movie was just a great reminder of how all these little things in life are really what cause us happiness. It's not the big things. We always think it's the big things, right, that are going to make us happy, or buying stuff is going to make us happy. But it's really the tiny little perfect things. So that movie was just a great reminder. So Palmer and The Map of Tiny Perfect Things. So this is everything I wanted to share with you, which, like I said, I am loving right now. If you have anything, doesn't matter what it is, books, movies, skincare, food, whatever it is that you have really been loving, that has making you happy or has made a difference in your life, please share down below. Any questions or comments, share them down below as well. Thank you so much for being here. I always so appreciate the time you spend with me. Until next time, bye.